She'll die. Hosaka must be more entranced than me, as she cannot even move a step. Unable to dodge, she will be impaled by the spear. With the scene of several seconds in the future in mind, I pull Tosaka's hand. There's no time to think. I can still move my legs and arms. Then I just need to move forward and pull Tosaka. Tosaka doesn't even budge when I grab her arm and pull. It seems she's heavier than she looks. Damn, you're heavy. She doesn't even move when I pull with both my arms. Then all that's left is... Damn, just move! I charge at her to push her away. Ow. I hear a dull piercing sound. What are you doing? I can't hear her voice clearly. My body is burning. Everything is hazy as though I have a high fever. A familiar voice from a distance. My sense of reality is fading. My mind whites out and my left arm bleeds red, mixing like paint. No. I see Sakura staring at me as I fall to the floor. No. And she falls to the ground like a puppet with its strings cut. How do you feel? Have you calmed down? Sitting on the church's long bench, I nod silently. I see. Then there's no need for treatment. Your wounds should all heal as your energy returns, so just rest for now. Tosaka sits a bit away from me. The distance between our minds is much greater than this. There's no idle conversation as we wait for Kotomine. My left hand screams with pain when I clench it. It feels like there's a nail driven through my palm. The cut from grabbing a knife hurts more than the bruises from Ryder or the stab wound from Sakura. The dark clouds block the view of the night sky. The rain clouds tell me that it's going to rain soon. I guess the spear-like thing that attacks Tosaka was Sakura's magic. I guess the spear-like thing that attacked Tosaka was Sakura's magic. The magical nature that the Mato household inherits is absorption. When lack of magical energy made Sakura suffer, she unconsciously cast a spell. She probably aimed at Tosaka because she had the most magical energy there. It stabbed and entangled around my arm because I pushed Tosaka away, and it sucked all the magical energy out of me. Magical energy is life force. It's natural for me to lose consciousness when it's sucked out of me. I'd already used up my energy when I fought Ryder, so I easily fell unconscious, and Tosaka brought me to the church after that. I hear Tosaka's fainted when she saw me fall. She attacked herself. Tosaka murmurs and explains to me that she's getting treated in the back right now. It seems Sakura is in critical condition. The liquid that came out of her earring was poison, and Kotomine is purifying it now. Tosaka doesn't say anything. Neither Archer nor Ryder are here. Only two of us are in the church, waiting for Kotomine's return. Still sitting down, I call out to her. What? I want to ask you something. I thought so. Fine, I'll tell you. It's no use hiding it from you, and it's meaningless to do so now. So you want to ask about Sakura? I nod. Tosaka takes a deep breath and starts to talk in her normal tone. It all started quite some time ago. The Mato blood started to run thin, and their children were born with fewer and fewer magic circuits. The family is originally from another country, so I think the land of Japan didn't suit them. Their decline started when they started living here, and the magic circuit finally disappeared in this generation when Shinji was born. The history of Mato ended with that. They should have taken an apprentice or something if they wanted their quest to continue, but the Matos are a distinguished family, and to the last they refused to take in an outsider. As a result, their successors had less magical energy, and it finally ran out in the end. They finally started looking for an apprentice when that happened, but no magus would come to a fallen family. Hundreds of years of Makiri history should have ended at that time. But they weren't people who could gear up then. Shinji's father adopted a child and taught the child magic. So, I expect you wouldn't know it because your family is a special case, but a family of magi hands down its secrets to only one child. They don't teach magic to any other children. Zoken said this, right? If there is a sibling, one is your successor, while the other is raised normally or put up for adoption. There's no need for two successors. In the case of siblings, no, sisters, what would be done to the one who wasn't needed? Some may raise her and hide her from the fact that they are a family of magi, but that's difficult and inefficient. If they trained their magic circuit over many generations, it would not be their wish to waste the excellent gene, even if she is not chosen as the successor. Then, yes, I had a sister a year younger than me. The declined Mato family had no hope of someone giving them a child for adoption. It's only natural for them to rely on the Tosaka family, the ones they held a pact with for such a long time. I don't know which one of us my dad intended to make his successor, but I remained the Tosaka, and she was taken to the Mato family. That was 11 years ago. I couldn't go see her much after that. It was an agreement made by Mato, and I couldn't readily go see the successor of the Matos. I see. Then you and Sakura are real sisters. Well, we never called each other like that. I don't know how much emotion is contained in those simple words, but that makes me understand why she always asked about Sakura, why she didn't let Archer use his noble phantasm. That's good. You're on Sakura's side. A dim light shines into the gloom of my mind. I don't know what's going to happen to Sakura, or what she's going to do from now on. But if Tosaka takes care of Sakura, there just might be hope waiting on the ominous path ahead. No, I'm not her ally or anything, but Tosaka denies me as if reading my thoughts. Not her ally? Right? If Sakura can't be cured, I'll dispose of her, just like I would with any other enemy. I can't sit idly by while a magus indiscriminately attacks people. If Kirei can't treat Sakura, then I'll just have to get rid of her myself. What are you saying? Sakura's your sister, isn't she? Don't ever say something like that. Sakura is a child of the Matos. She stopped being my sister 11 years ago. The outcome won't change even if Sakura is my family, as you say. It wouldn't change anything. In fact, that would give you even less right to interfere. Then you're no different from Shinji. But before I can say the worst possible thing, what are you doing? The operation is complete, but she is still in critical condition. If you want to make a commotion, go do so outside. Kotomine Kirei emerges from the back of the church. Kotomi Sakura. I can't tell if you two are on bad terms or in good harmony. You're just mistaken. I see. Then sit down. I shall explain the state Mato Sakura is in. Taking our separate seats, we listen intently to the priest. To put it simply, there is a foreign substance, a worm, in Mato Sakura's body. The worm is called crestworm. It is like an artificial Sanshi, the three corpses. Do you recognize this name? I shake my head. Sanshi, a bug said to inhabit a human body that reports the person's evil deeds to the judge of hell. I've heard of Sanshi, but I've never heard of a crestworm. So you do not know. Well, it was originally just a harmless parasite. It's a familiar that lives off its host's magical energy. It is the lowest rank of familiars, as it does nothing beyond telling its master whether or not its host still lives. I see. So it's like a monitoring device. So Zouken's monitoring Sakura with that? Oh. When was it decided that Matou Zouken is the master of the Crestworm? I'm sorry, but I'm in no mood for your long talk. Who else but that old bastard would do something like that to Sakura? I see. That is certainly true. Matou Shinji cannot use Crestworms, so it can only be that vampire. Right? Just go ahead and tell me the result. Can Sakura be saved or not? You're being hasty, Rin. You seem to understand her condition, but the boy does not. We should explain for his sake, right? Tosaka looks away awkwardly. Judging by her expression, she doesn't want me to find out. Well, what shall we do, Emiyashiro? Rin says she just wants to know the result. No, please explain things in order, Kotomi. I'm sorry for Sakura, or Tosaka, but I can't yield to her about this. If this has to do with Sakura's life, I have to know everything about it. Then let me continue. The Crestworm I explained earlier is undermining Matou Sakura's nerves. It must be the result of 11 years spent growing within her. The Crestworm has turned into a nerve, like a magic circuit, and it has entangled with her own, swarming all throughout her body. It has transformed into her magic crest. Under normal circumstances, it is suspended, having no effect on Matou Sakura's body. But once activated, it will violate Matou Sakura's nerves and will keep moving using her magical energy. That's what happened earlier. The Crestworm roamed through her body, absorbing her magical energy. Had she remained in that state for half a day, she would have certainly died. The Crestworm would suck all of her magical energy as its power, then eat her flesh as nutrition. It means she would have had her body consumed after her magical energy was sucked dry. If you have a magic crest, you should know well how painful it is. Even the faintest trace of a foreign substance puts a human body through discomfort, and it can even be life-threatening. Having another creature entwining its nerves with you, moving within you, would easily be enough to kill you. In that regard, I'm surprised Matou Sakura was conscious until now. I do not know if Matou Sakura has a strong will, or if she is just used to the Crestworm's activation. We will need to ask her if we want this answered. I hear a sound. It's the sound of my teeth grinding. If you have a magic crest, you should well know how painful it is. I couldn't possibly know. I cover myself in sweat just to insert one magic circuit into my body. Sakura has it several times worse. I couldn't even guess at her pain. Hold on, you said if it's activated, right? Then the Crestworm isn't usually active? That is correct. The poison put on her only awakens the Crestworm. The Crestworm is only an observation device. It is only activated as punishment for the host, Matou Sakura, when she breaks a certain condition. Just listening to his words makes me go crazy. I know it's not something Kotomini did, but I almost attack him for saying that. I suppress my selfish emotion, and what is the condition? I urge him to go on and tell me the heart of the matter. Matou Sakura fell, and Rin tried to save her, but Rider prevented her from doing so. Then the condition's obvious. To abandon the battles as a master, that should be the restriction of the Crestworm. She has approved of the battles by entrusting Rider to Shinji, but the Crestworm will torment her as she refuses it now. It has calmed down for now, but the Crestworm will keep tormenting her. It will tell her, "What are you doing? If you are truly a master, then go kill the other masters. If you cannot, I will eat and kill you." My mind almost breaks down. Just hearing about it makes sparks flash in my vision, More than anything, I want to kill that old man. That's the condition Sakura must follow? It seems so. Nothing else seems likely. Then, can't she just not be a master? If she uses up her command spell and cancels the contract with her servant, she won't be a master anymore. I would not recommend that. I told you that the condition of the Crestworm's activation is to abandon her duty as a master. If she cancels her contact with Ryder, the Crestworm will consume her for sure. I see. So she can fight and survive, or refuse to fight and be killed by the Crestworm. Those are the only options Sakura has, right? Right. The Crestworm will torment its host for as long as the Holy Grail continues. If her condition keeps up, her body will not last long, and her mind will be destroyed. She has a magic crest all over her body, after all. You should understand how absurd that is, really. Yeah, even though it should be familiar with my body, I still periodically get the urge to cut off my arm. I'm like this with one arm, so her function as a human being should be violated if she has it all over her body. She's no magus, but a cluster of magic circuits. A human mind should be overwritten by the wave of magical energy. But then Sakura is... She is in danger if her condition keeps up. I do not know how many more days she can last, but the Crestworm will spread further with each successive day. She will die if we cannot remove it before it infects her whole body, but her body will not last that long in any case. The only thing I did was to purify. The surgery to call back her lost magical energy and mind is after this, but the chance of success is very low. That is all. To sum everything up, Mato Sakura cannot be saved. Are you satisfied now, Emiya Shiro? There's no way I'm satisfied. Sakura can't be saved? That's ridiculous. She was doing so well until yesterday, so why are things like this now? What about removing it? Can't you extract the Crestworm? If you know it's there, you should be able to take it out, right? Extraction would be difficult. The Crestworm has already integrated itself into her magic circuits. Even the one who implanted it wouldn't be able to extract it now. Yes, if you wanted to extract it, you would have to rely on a miracle or the Holy Grail. The Holy Grail. So that's where it ends up, huh? Sakura's only choice is to keep fighting as a master, and the power of the Holy Grail is the only thing that can save her. I understand the situation now, Kire. Let me thank you. She bows without showing much gratitude and confronts the priest. But isn't this too sudden? The Crestworm wasn't implanted in her yesterday, so why did she suddenly reach her limit? Why do you ask that now? Mato Sakura's body was tampered with many years ago. The changes were so extensive that even her hair and eye colors no longer reflect her heritage. This did not start recently. Well, it seems it was never intended to kill her, as it's doing now. It seems Mato Zoken did not intend to use Mato Sakura in this war. She is not adjusted to fighting. I would assume she was treated that way because unexpected conditions were met. Unexpected conditions, huh? I don't know what those are, but that means Sakura suddenly won Zoken's confidence? Probably. I would assume some change occurred within her that Zoken did not expect. But that is only one factor. There are other reasons for her drastic change. She is now constantly using magical energy to maintain her servant. If she cannot spare any for her Crestworm, what will the starving one do? I see. Regardless of the conditions, it'll drain her body to acquire the magical energy it's not getting. But she wouldn't lose magical energy if she doesn't use Ryder, so... Yes, she would be able to live as before for a while. But I don't think the old man would leave Sakura alone. Right? He wouldn't plant a creature like that in her otherwise. The worm will kill her if she doesn't fight, and her body will also be destroyed if she fights and uses up magical energy. Not only that, but Zoken can do anything he wants with Sakura because he's the one who planted the worm in her. He can use Sakura? Yes, Zoken is holding Sakura's life in his hands, so defeating Zoken is the only way to save Sakura. But Emiya-kun, you have to defeat Sakura before you can defeat Zoken. She's his puppet. I'm sure he would use her as his shield if you corner him. Exactly. Mato Sakura is a convenient tool for Zoken. He will control Mato Sakura as he instigated Mato Shinji. In fact, she is superior as a master. She is urged on by her worm, and she will even run even wilder than Mato Shinji, just like Zoken was. But I will be a bit irritated if everything goes his way. I will perform the surgery on Mato Sakura. I have purified her poison and anesthetized her. I don't remember how to say that. The healing and the extraction of the crest worm will be performed next. Hey, Kire. It is hopeless, but I will do my best. I cannot simply allow Mato Sakura to die. And what kind of priest would I be if all I could do was rely on the Holy Grail? Tosaka's surprise is natural. His words are surprising even to me, and I've only known him for a short while. This isn't a guess, but a conviction. Kotomine is seriously trying to save Sakura. It might be just because he's a priest, but this is too much even for that. What's going on? This is the first time I've seen you support someone like this. It's not just a whim. It is simply too wasteful to let her die. Well, I suppose it is better for you two to have another master eliminated. The priest's response is plain. Tosaka glares at the priest. I'll leave her to you. I'm going to come back when the surgery should be over. And leaves the church with those words. Tosaka leaves and the church regains its silence. The priest silently sees Tosaka off, and I can't even stand up because I can't think of anything. What are you doing? You are of no use to me here. I want no distractions. Go kill some time until the surgery ends. I won't bother you. I trust you when it comes to surgeries. You helped that woman before too. The scale of this surgery is much greater than before. Mato Sakura stopped herself by shooting herself. She is suffering from auto-intoxication because she harmed you. To put it simply, she killed her own mind to stop herself, since she was controlled by Zoken. The procedure I'm about to perform is like starting a heart that has stopped. While the crest worm has kept her body alive, if all I had to do is recover her mind, it would succeed. But your presence here is a liability. If you come barging in when you hear her scream, I will certainly fail. In any case, you bear no responsibility for her suffering. You and Mato Sakura are strangers now. Strangers? I am telling you not to have any sympathy for her. There is nothing you can do. Leave, like Rin has done. Why? Can't I pray for her sake here if I can't do anything? That is a crime. You have no right to share her pain. Do you not understand? I am telling you the surgery will fail if you are here. You are only a harmful enemy to Sakura right now. I can't finish my sentence. His words are heavy, and they are pointing out the crimes I didn't know I had committed. Mato Sakura feels some kind of guilt towards you. If you are near here, she may refuse to wake up. Guilt towards me? Yes, it is more like repentance than guilt. As the successor of Mato, she has been a subject of prolonged experimentation. It is easy to imagine what kind of training Mato Zoken imposed on her. To be blunt, Mato Sakura is not the pure maiden you wish her to be, but a witch contaminated by worms. I'm not surprised. I know this feeling. It's just like when I found out Sakura was a master. I silently accepted the truth when I saw the command spell on her hand. The girl tried to hide the fact from me, but always sought salvation. I don't know how long the abuse called Inheritance of Magic lasted. But what do you honestly think you can do now when you stood by her side, completely oblivious for all that time? That's what I mean by you not having the right to pray here. But if you still care for Mato Sakura, leave. That's all you can do for now. I get up. It's not that he talked me into it. It's just that what he's saying is correct. I shouldn't be here if I really care for Sakura. I shouldn't be allowed to care for Sakura when I can't think at all. I turn my back to the priest and head to the door. Oh, I do not think I even need to mention this, but I don't have the composure to turn around. I stop, still facing the exit. That incident you mentioned earlier, a woman was attacked when Mato Shinji still controlled Rider. She was saved thanks to you, but she would have died under normal circumstances. I'm pissed. Somehow I understand why he's bringing this up now. That's right, I need not mention who is at fault here. When servants attack people, the responsibility lies on the master. Are you saying Sakura is at fault? Of course not. I am only talking about responsibility. I am not talking about good and evil. In reality, that woman is alive because of you. But if I made the wrong decision back then, Rider would have killed that woman. That means, yes, this is about the future. If Mato Sakura recovers, it will be in the end. The same thing is bound to happen again, even if she regains her consciousness. Which one will you protect then? We don't know when Sakura might do the same thing. I have nothing to say to him. I quickly make my way to the exit, as if to run away from his words. Emiya Shiro, do you understand why you became a master? I grit my teeth and walk on. His words are an ultimatum. You said you would be a superhero. Then make your decision. Will you or will you not cast aside your desires like Emiya Kiritsugu to protect your ideal and your belief? I shut the door. The door to God's house is heavy like the cross. I smell rain. The plaza is empty and no one is visiting the church. There stands a man waiting for me without his master. I strangely don't wonder why he's here and why he's waiting for me. The Red Knight silently stares at me and closes his eyes once, as if to part with something. You know, right, Emiya Shiro, what you are fighting against and who you must kill. He clearly states the question I must answer. His words freeze my heart. I know. I vowed to fight to stop the war, to stop masters who involve innocent people. That was my decision, and that's why I asked for Saber's help. I can't go back on my word. Then, Sakura is the master I should be stopping first. I know, but I can't say anything. The knight in red remains silent. We stand there staring at each other under the gray sky. Then do as you wish. My goal has changed. Now that the thing has appeared, it is not the time to be caring about personal grudges. What? This is a warning. If you're going to protect the belief you've had until now, that's fine. But if you choose another path, there will be no future for Emiya Shiro. Does that mean I'm going to die? If you equate self-imprisonment with death, isn't that right? You have existed until now to let people live. How can you throw away that oath and discard everyone to save one person? His declaring words contained no scorn. Archer's words contained determination and emptiness. I do not know which path Emiya Shiro will choose, but if you are to deny everything you've done to save one person, the crime will definitely judge you. Archer leaves. Unable to stop him, I start down the hill, paralyzed by indecision. When I finally come back to myself, I'm sitting on the bench in the park. I don't feel like going home, and I can't wait at the church. This park is far away from both. It's been a few hours since I found out Sakura is a master. Its location suits an indecisive guy like me. An answer. I have to come up with an answer, but my brain is so messed up that I can't even come up with what I should be thinking about. As the successor of Mato, she has been the subject of prolonged experimentation. It is easy to imagine what kind of training Mato Zou can impose on her. To be blunt, Mato Sakura is not the pure maiden you wish her to be, but a witch contaminated by worms. Shut up. Don't repeat it. I understand. I'm a magus, and even if I'm an amateur, I know what it means, and I can tell what Sakura has been through. That girl tried to hide the fact from you, but always sought salvation. Someone who sat by, oblivious, has no right to care for her. Shut up, shut up, shut up. I know. You don't have to tell me such a thing. Such a thing. Why couldn't I notice it? One of my back teeth cracks. I grit my teeth too much today. It's a wonder it didn't break until now. Damn. I grind on the bare nerves. Pain assails my brain, but it can't even drown out the hatred in my brain. A fire ignites in my head. Now that I know the truth, thinking about our time together drives me crazy. Sakura was smiling. She was always smiling gently. I never knew what kind of pain she went through, and I accepted her as a matter of course. I don't care if her smiles were real or fake. It makes me want to kill him, just thinking about what kind of pain was hidden behind her smiles. Mato Zou. I can't forgive him. I don't need recompensation. I want to eliminate him and remove him from Sakura's life, because everything is his fault. Sakura would have been able to live as a normal girl, and she wouldn't never have a crest worm in her body if it wasn't for him. She wouldn't have become a master, and Shinji wouldn't have lost himself if Zouken didn't exist. So, if he had never existed, none of this would have happened. I punch the bench. The wound on my hand opens up, and blood drips down onto the white bench. The clear colors transfer into my head. How stupid. What would have happened if he didn't exist? I'm disgusted with my own foolishness. It has nothing to do with this. Why am I pushing the responsibility onto someone else? Why am I trying to make myself feel better? I won't deny that Mato Zouken has done to Sakura. Just thinking about it disgusts me. It makes me jealous, as if something important has been taken away. But it doesn't lessen my guilt. I'm the one who didn't notice. No matter what Zouken did, it's my fault for not noticing. No, it's not that I didn't notice. I just didn't try to notice. That night when I confronted Zouken, he said Sakura was unrelated, and I believed him. How stupid of me. Why did I believe his words? There's no way she'd be unrelated when she's of the Mato family. On the night I lost Saber, I realized Mato Zouken is a monster who doesn't care about other people's lives. If that monster gave Rider to Shinji, there's no way he'd do nothing to Sakura. But I believe his words because they were convenient for me. I could have easily realized it. It's something I could have guessed with even a little thought. That's why I wasn't surprised. I knew it was obvious when I found out Sakura is the master, and that she's been through unspeakable things until now. But I didn't think about it because I couldn't keep going if I realized it. If I realized I have to fight. If Mato Zouken is evil, the superhero has to fight against him. No, it's clear what I must do. If Sakura is going to be Zouken's puppet and use Rider to indiscriminately attack people, it's clear what I must do. That's why I learned magic. I've been able to live because I have to save people from unreasonable disasters. So it's clear. It's just like that Red Knight said. Senpai? if I became a bad person, I don't want to hurt Sakura, and I feel sympathy. But there can be no exceptions. No matter how important it is to me, if I would create a disaster like that time. Yes, I wouldn't mind if you do so. I just need to eliminate it. I shouldn't have to think twice, so why am I desperately trying to keep myself from throwing up? I endure the nausea. How long has it been? I don't have time to be worrying about stupid things. Tosaka said she'd be back when the surgery ends. The town smells like rain. I have to go back to the church before it starts raining, find out how Sakura is doing, and... Let's play, Shiro! I'm suddenly embraced from behind. I can tell without turning around. The one I meet at this park is always this white girl. Were you surprised? I had to greet you because I saw you. Ilia laughed cheerfully. Her innocence is painful right now. I know it's selfish of me, but I don't want anyone smiling in front of me right now. What's going on, Shiro? Why are you ignoring me? It's rude to keep looking down when a girl is talking to you. I wish she'd be quiet. I don't have the composure to talk with someone right now. Hey, Shiro, you have to listen when people talk to you. Ilia, I'm sorry, but I can't afford to do so right now. If you want to play, you'll have to do it by yourself. What? I got to see you, so that's boring. You never came here after that day. If I let you go today, I bet you won't come again. I didn't promise to meet you here every day. And it's night already. Don't masters kill each other at night? My unkind words bring a renewed wave of nausea. I hate myself so much that I want to punch myself. I'm driving Ilia away so that I can be at ease. Why? You're not a master anymore, right? So I'm going to let you go for tonight. I'm not a master anymore? Ilia? There's nothing I don't know about. You lost Saber, and Rin was almost defeated by Ryder. But Ryder's masters collapsed, so there's only 2 more left. Ilia speaks tearfully. It looks like she knows about Sakura's condition, and it's obvious now who's going to win. Ryder's master will self-destruct, and Archer isn't a big deal. No one can beat my berserker now that Saber's gone. See? So let's play. You're not a master anymore, so I'll specially invite you to my castle. Ilia hugs me without reserve. Seeing her innocent smile makes me so angry that... Shut up. I said I don't have such time. Go play by yourself if you want to play around. I push Ilia away in a fit of rage. It's too late to regret what I've done. Ilia is standing there in shock. I can tell without looking how shocking that must have been for her. I have pushed aside an honest, pure show of affection. It's like a parent rejecting a child. I have ruined everything Ilia felt for me. Unable to hold her gaze, I looked down. I'm sorry, Shiro. A small hand pats my head. Ilia, aren't you going to get mad? No, you're about to cry, Shiro. I don't know what happened, but it'd be too bad for you if I hate you. So I'll be your ally, no matter what you do. My vision is covered in white. It's just one phrase, but that phrase washes away everything from my head. My ally? Yeah, it's natural to protect the ones you love, right? Even I know that. Someone's ally. Ilia easily tells me the motive to be on someone's side. I know what's right and what's wrong, what I've protected until now, and what I want to protect right now. I know which choice is correct and which is wrong. With that in mind, I